Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm really excited for today's video because if you guys saw my video in Pench National Park where I did a full day safari, it was literally one of the best safaris ever. Because when I did a full day safari there, we saw like two tigers and a leopard, so it was really amazing. So today we have booked a full day safari in Kanha National Park as well. So I'm really excited to see what that is going to be like, since like we did a few safaris here already and I literally love both the safaris so much. Like we did two safaris here and they were literally really amazing, and I love everything about Kanha National Park. I love the way it's so beautiful. I love the way that every few minutes the habitat changes, like there are open grasslands and there's suddenly like really dense forest and there are really hilly regions and there's so many different water bodies. It's really beautiful. Like there are ponds and lakes everywhere. So the full day safari usually starts around 5:55 or like 6:65 in the morning, and it goes on till about 6:40, 6:45, 6:50, like something like that. So we're really excited to go for it, and especially because in the full day safari you just get to see so many different animals. It's really beautiful. So I hope that we get to see a lot of animals, and I really hope that we get to see like a sloth bear, because Kanha National Park has like a lot of sloth bears. So we started our full day safari and we were honestly so excited because we knew that in full day safaris we get about 12 hours in the forest. So there would be a very high chance of spotting a lot of different animals. And we've already done like a full day safari in Pench National Park before where we saw like a lot of different animals. So we were really excited. And this road is basically the way from Taj Banjartola all the way to Kanha National Park. And this is the entrance of Kanha National Park. As you guys can see, that's the gate of Kanha National Park. And we were entering at about 6:15 a.m. As it was the summer. And as you guys can see, it's a really beautiful forest, and there are a lot of different types of trees everywhere. This is like a deciduous forest, so all the trees shed their leaves in the dry season. So the first thing we saw when we entered the forest was a herd of spotted deer. And as you guys can see, there are a lot of spotted deer. And especially in Kanha National Park, we saw like herds of them, because usually we see like a lot of spotted deer, but not like in herds of 30 to 40. Whereas in Kanha, we saw like literally loads of spotted deer. Like we saw like herds of 30, 40 spotted deer. We saw even bigger herds of spotted deer. And we saw a lot of different herbivores as well, like sambar deer, nilgai, black bucks, and a lot of different other species of deer like the barking deer as well. So after we saw the herd of spotted deer, we started to move along, and the next thing we saw was a barking deer. So if you guys don't know, barking deer are basically deer that are solitary in nature compared to like spotted deer and sambar deer. When spotted deer and sambar deer live in herds, the barking deer just lives alone. It's a solitary deer, and they are much smaller in size than like the spotted deer and sambar deer. So the next thing we saw was a peacock, and our naturalist told us that this peacock was dancing with its feathers open because it had rained earlier. And basically, our naturalist told us what happens is that when it isn't the monsoon and it starts raining, the peacocks get really confused and they start believing that monsoon has begun, so they start dancing with their feathers open. And then we head off to try and find a few more animals. And the first thing we saw was a huge group of langurs and spotted deer. They all were peacefully sitting on the forest floor. And as you guys know, langurs and spotted deer are usually found together. They are found together because langurs can climb really high up in the trees and they can let the spotted deer down below know if there's a tiger or a leopard nearby. And also, langurs are really picky eaters. So the fruits and leaves that they eat on top of the trees, they hardly eat about half of everything, and they throw the rest of the food down for the spotted deer to eat, since they're really picky eaters. And this is why you'll always find langurs and spotted deer together. So as we were driving away, we saw this huge tiger on the left of our jeep. It was walking gracefully, and our naturalist told us that this was one of 5 tigers that lived in the area. He told us that it was a family of 4 sibling tigers and one mother tiger that ruled this area, and this was their territory. And we were really excited at the idea of spotting 5 tigers together, since we had never seen so many tigers together in one place ever. And he told us that usually, since we saw this one, usually the other tigers would also be nearby, since they're all a family and they all would be in the same area. And within a few seconds, we literally saw a huge tiger sitting below a tree. This was the second tiger out of the five tigers that we saw, and he said that the other three would probably be in the area nearby. And we tried to find them, but we couldn't find them at all. And we were just really happy that we at least got to see two tigers out of the five tigers that were in that area. And we started to drive away, happy that we at least got to see two tigers. Within literally a few seconds, we started to hear so many alarm calls, and we were in a completely different area now than where we saw these tigers. And our naturalist told us that the area we were in now was the territory of a really large tiger, and we could hear a lot of alarm calls. So he said that he thinks that a tiger is gonna come out from the bushes on the right, because we could hear a lot of alarm calls from the right, and we literally just stopped our jeep there trying to see if a tiger was going to come out of the bushes. And then we saw the tiger literally walking out of the bushes and walking onto the road meant for the vehicles. The tiger walked on the road for a few minutes and then started walking back into the forest. And we were really happy that we got to see three tigers in our full day safari. And our full day safari was still not over, since it was only about 2 p.m. or 1 p.m. And we still had like about 5 hours left in the forest to try to find more animals. We were really happy with our full day safari up till now, although there were a few hours left, since we had seen three tigers, a lot of different species of herbivores like spotted deer, sambar deer, wild boars, nilgai. We even saw a ruddy mongoose. We saw a lot of different types of other birds as well, like we saw drongos, racket-tailed drongos, jungle fowl, a lot of peacocks everywhere. We saw a lot of kingfishers. We even saw jackals. I know those aren't birds, but I was just telling you guys that we also saw jackals. And we also saw a lot of different water birds, like we saw egrets, we saw herons, we saw kingfishers, we saw cormorants, we saw storks, and we saw a lot of different types of birds and mammals in Kanha National Park. And I was really excited for the rest of our full day safari.